Waylon, do you want to go hunt? Do you want to go hunt? Stay. Load up. I know, buddy. It's exciting, isn't it? It is exciting. It is March, and that means shed season. If by chance you follow the Will Hunt Life over on Instagram and Facebook, you'd know that my crazy shed hunting partner and I here, Waylon, we had a pretty good first day of shed season. Found 6 antlers in 5 minutes, all within about 40 yards of each other. Not necessarily unheard of, but that's the best day he and I have had in the 3 years since we've had him. Let's go. So with that said, we thought we'd put together a quick video with a few tips and tactics that will hopefully help you find more shed antlers this spring. So what kind of tools or gear are necessary to find more shed antlers? Well, first and foremost, of course, is a highly trained and highly motivated shed antler dog. I'm actually just kidding. While they're a ton of fun and can definitely aid and assist going into some areas that I can't get to, the common misconception is that an antler dog will help you find 3, 4, or even 5 times the amount of antlers that you would by yourself, and that's just simply not the case. They're not antler finding machines. If you find a dog that'll find that, that is the exception and not the rule. But shed antler dogs are a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. In all seriousness, the only gear that you really need is a good set of field glasses, a hat such as this one right here, the Will Hunt Life hat, a set of shades, and of course, last but not least, is a solid set of boots that'll keep your feet dry, warm, and comfortable when you're walking those miles for piles of shed antlers. While we would prefer overcast, misty, rainy, wet days that can make those antlers pop, time is limited. So when it gets sunny out, that's when the hat comes out, the shades come out, and we really actually slow our pace down a bunch. So when do we start looking for shed antlers? Well, here in Northwest Ohio, bucks will typically start shedding around mid-January, but the peak doesn't really occur until the month of February. I'd guesstimate that we are probably somewhere between 80 and 90% of the bucks having shed both sides. In fact, we were out just the other day, or I guess it's been last week now, and we saw 3 bucks that were still carrying both sides. So we're gonna hold off on that particular spot here for a while. So where do we like to start looking for shed antlers? Well, we like to stay out of bedding areas until middle of March when we get closer to that 100% of the bucks having been shed mark. One exception when we'll enter a bedding area is if there is a large buck that I know has shed and we're looking for his particular set of antlers before those daggone squirrels get to him and chew them all up. So we like to key in on places where deer have been spending more time. Of course, that starts with field edges, food sources, fence rows, creek crossings, and we like to key in on those areas, especially the creek crossings and that sort of thing, because those are spots where a deer jumps it or goes down into the bottom and might get enough of a jar to help knock those antlers off. Once we hit that mid to late March time period when I feel a little bit more confident that we're closing in or have reached that 100% shed mark, that's when we'll enter those bedding areas. We'll start with the major trails leading in and out, and then to round out the bedding area, we'll work it in a grid search, because those antlers can be hiding anywhere on the other side of a log that you didn't pass the first time by, that sort of thing. Lastly, take your time focusing on little parts of the antler. I think that's probably one of the biggest mistakes that new shed hunters make, is that they look for the entire antler. You want to try to key in and focus on the little parts. Could just be a singular tine sticking up, the curve of a main beam, or the circular shape of the base of the antler can help reveal the entire thing to you. Good boy, Way. Looking for that bone. So we're gonna get back to shed hunting here. Hopefully this video helps you find a few more shed antlers this spring. Until next time, please subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and hit that like button. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you soon. Find a bone, bud. Let's go. Find a bone. Good boy. That's an old one, buddy. That's an old one, buddy.
Yes, sir.